Alright guys, my god, it's a lovely day, absolutely gorgeous. Did cloud over a little bit at one point, but you could tell it wasn't going to rain. It's just the clouds have all opened up again. It's the bank holiday weekend here, of course, in the UK. So tomorrow the roads around us will be hectic with everybody dashing back off home to the West Riding for the weekend. So, and of course down towards Howden, which is like the main route back to the motorway from here, we've got a bridge that's collapsed, so that road is you can sort of, there are some workarounds around the bridge, but they're going to be chocker pretty much. So yeah, it's going to be pretty hectic for my sister-in-law and her partner going home tomorrow, who they've come for the weekend. So I've got tea on at home. I've already prepped up my veg, and the beef is in the oven after being sealed. I've just dropped my wife and her sister off at our nephew's house. Well, her nephew's house. It's her eldest sister's silver wedding anniversary, so they've gone along for that. I've still got the sister-in-law's partner at home, who didn't really want to go and socialise. He's just not big on parties and stuff like that. So I'm going back to sit with him, basically. I've already been into Driffield today. I had the sister-in-law in the car with me, and she wouldn't have been okay with being on camera, so hence I'm talking to you now. It's getting to talk when you've got all these people around, it's not easy, and I'm sure you can understand that. But the weather, absolutely glorious, isn't it? I know yesterday we were a bit overcast and trying to rain, but it didn't quite get there. But London still had sun, I believe. I saw a few photos on Instagram, and it was really nice weather. So, you know, as usual, the south gets all the good stuff. So, yeah, I've just been to Cranswick, not far from my parents' house, actually. Excuse me, I know there's I don't think I'll be going. I know they've got the vintage show on here at the showground tomorrow, Bank Holiday Monday. They're already getting all the tents up, and there's like a little fun fair that's set up. It's just starting to get it all set up here. In fact, it looks like it is pretty much done now. Yeah, it's looking pretty much all set up. But they'll have they get the steam engines there. That does the run through the town. I think I showed you that in a vlog last year, didn't I, with the vintage rally. It always does like a 2-lap parade at the town, and then goes back to the showground, and people can have a look at them, and some of them you can climb up on the footplate and what have you, and you know, it's all basically a good time out. You know, I mean, it's mainly farmers who own the steam engines and what have you, but some really impressive stuff turns up. You know, I'm assuming one of my wife's carers, their father is into pre-war bikes, and they do a lot of rallies. They take these old bikes on, like the London to Brighton run and stuff like that. He'll probably be taking some of his bikes along, he usually does. So I took the wife one year and we had a look round them, and I think my mum's going to take my dad down, but she's not going to bother taking him into the rally area, because I don't think he's not really, he doesn't take a great deal of interest these days. But she's going to go and sit in the rugby club car park with him, and that's because they're going to do, I think they're doing a Battle of Britain flyby this year, and he was big on his aeroplanes. In fact, he flew chipmunks when he was younger. He did manage to go up and fly a chipmunk. So he's interested in the old aircraft and what have you. So she's going to take him along and just watch the flyby at least anyway. And you know, he's not brilliant at the minute. My dad, he's just, he spends most of his time talking about the dead. dead family. I mean, there's only of his immediate family. He's got a sister-in-law left from one of his brothers, and there's only him and his older sister left now, and she lives right down in Worthing on the south coast. And I think I haven't seen her myself for a while, actually. It's probably quite a few years now, about 4 or 5 years since I last saw her, I think, something like that. So yeah, it's not brilliant where my dad's concerned. He's going very inward at the minute. So yeah, work has been, we're just waiting for stock, constantly waiting for stock to come in. You know, it comes in and you basically just annihilate it all, and then you're waiting for more. We've got a lot of stuff actually sitting ready, made up, that's just waiting for the pleats, as we call them, the material that goes inside them. All the cases are made up ready for that. And as soon as that turns up, we've got a lot of stuff to actually make up and get out the door, basically. Some of which should have already gone, and it's been delayed by the stock not turning up in time. So yeah, that's been fun. So some of the time we've actually been sat twiddling our thumbs, which I can't stand it when it's like that, because the days just drag and you're constantly looking around trying to find something to do, and then you maybe find something small to do, and you know, you then have to do some more. An ambulance on a flyer here. There we go. So yeah, it's all fun and games work at the minute. Or not, as the case may be. But anyway, I'm almost back home now, and then I'll carry on. What I've got to do, I've still got to do my back mix with the Yorkshire puddings, and I'm making the wife another cheesecake. She loves my cheesecake. I must admit it is a very nice cheesecake to do. Blow me on trumpet a bit there, but it is a nice cheesecake. It's just a lemon one. It's quite a simple recipe. You know, a couple of lemons, grate the zest in, the juice and everything, and yeah, it makes a very tasty cheesecake. And it's only done with basically whipped double cream, and I tried it with cottage cheese, which is what you would normally use for a cheesecake, but it actually tastes better if you just use Philadelphia, you know, just one of these cheese spreads. It's much smoother and it's much tastier, you know, even though you put your cottage cheese through a sieve, like, you know, you force it through a sieve or whatever, it still just tastes better using the spread. So I've got that, although I think somebody was on about me doing a chocolate cheesecake sometime soon, so maybe I have to do that instead one time. But the wife's not so big on chocolate, although she might be if I do it with Bourneville and then sweeten it up with some sugar, because she does like the darker chocolates, you know, the plain stuff. She just doesn't eat them that much anymore, so I'll have a go at that one time anyway. It just gets expensive because you're going to need sort of like, you know, cheesecake. You're probably going to have to melt a couple of bars of it in there. There's quite a lot of chocolate. Yeah, there's a paramedic down here as well. Must be a lot of people falling ill. Anyway, I was thinking of popping across to the grassland if I get a chance, to cross to the recreation ground if there's not a match of any kind on, because, you know, obviously there's football and cricket up there and everything, but if there's none of that on, I was thinking maybe go across and see if I can get. The trouble is it doesn't look that interesting at the minute, because I like to get some footage of the clouds and what have you, because it makes for lovely footage, but I've got no. It's looking a bit sort of just plain dull grey cloud. See if it changes, and I've still got time. I might just dash across and get some footage from over there. We shall see. Right, going in, guys. Wow, it's warm. A bit of light helps though, doesn't it? The offending fan. The one that got me. Wow, these bulbs. Sometimes they last forever. Sometimes they just... You can see that, but you can just see the filament sort of flapping around inside there. Bloody nightmare they are. They can be quite dear, depends on where you buy them from. I just get them, you know, just the cheap ones. So you get two for, I think they work out about 99p each or something like that. Sometimes they last forever, sometimes they only last about 2 minutes. So anyway, I've got to go back to the tea now anyway, guys. So it's time to check my beef, I think, anyway. But then it's only about an hour. I'm going to go and pick the wife up again, so happy days. They're coming out alright this year. That's the peony roses. Lovely flower on the peony, but they don't last that long, which is a shame really. But yeah, it's got the cherries starting to come on the trees behind now. It's still green like. But there, look. So yeah, they're growing nicely now. It's such a grey evening though. I mean, it's what, 8:45 now, and it's getting quite chilly as well. The sun went in behind the clouds good and proper, and that was it. In fact, yeah, the sun will have set by now, and it's 9:15, because it's setting about 7:30 at the minute, I think. But yeah, it's been quite a weekend. I mean, yesterday I was out driving as well in my daughter's car, 'cause she's got a people carrier, and I was using that to ferry me. My son had gone and borrowed it off her, so that I could take him and some mates to the Beverley races. So I had 2 trips to the Beverley races, and then drop them off back in this village, strangely enough. And then I had to go back into Driffield to swap my car, so it was a bit of a logistical nightmare running around in different cars. It's like when you jump from a van to a car with that thing, and it's awful to, well, it's not awful to drive. It's sort of, it's horrible for the corners, it wallows like hell, and it really badly understeers. And then, you know, but once you get it up to cruising, like, it's really nice. You know, I mean, it's a big automatic diesel, like, but actually I think it might be just starting to rain a little bit. Been waiting for it to do this. That's what we seem to be getting at the minute, isn't it? Just a few hours of sunshine and then rain. It's awful. But the car needs a wash. It's bloody filthy. Covered in bird muck. But the thing is, if I go and scrub that now, it won't be long before the birds start eating the cherries and I end up with purple bird poo all over my car. That's usually what happens. So, wait, no, Bank Holiday Monday, so I don't have to put a bin out tonight. I'm not sure which one it is this week, actually. Is it me green? No, I think it's either blue and brown this week or the green. I think it might be the green, actually, thinking about it. And then neighbours had them neighbours next door that way, they had a 21st birthday party, so they had music blaring till midnight last night. Don't bother me, like, but, you know, other people get a bit upset by it, so, don't know. I'd cream all of myself earlier from making that cheesecake as well. I lifted the mixer too soon. It went everywhere, got covered in it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much my weekend, guys. Now we've got neighbours shouting at each other. Teenage kids. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day, guys. And I do hope you have a good week ahead, good Bank Holiday Monday especially. Go out and enjoy yourselves, do something good before your family descend on you. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Take care, see you guys.